Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. It is that time again. Once again, your boy Professor Pippage back in this bitch trying to get active on I Trade Asian. Ooh, that comes loud, right? Let me turn it down a little bit, baby. You loud. Been getting cracked all week. Price action is funky for the money. Um, Definitely have seen some setups, but because of the way price action is just pushing, it's been a tough week. Overall, starting off with AUDUSD, looking at AUDUSD, for the most part, just trying to see what price action is going to do. Finally, according to me, we have finally been able to, kind of map out this 4 hourly range. Price action finally seems to have found a bottom. Um, what we like, baby? Come on, let me close some of this shit. We like hard. Let's see, what we can do. Yeah, okay, whatever. But yeah, coming from almost 3 weeks ago. We created this 4 hour resistance right here that broke structure looking left. Then we just been leaking ever since. Price action straight moving to the downside. Now for me, I can't necessarily, identify the range until price action makes a move like it kind of did today that breaks structure back to the upside or breaks structure looking left back to the upside to allow me to identify this bottom right here. I don't think this pullback right here slash retracement is over. I do feel like during the Asian session tonight, we could potentially see this pullback to about 50% of this little range from this top to this bottom right down here, and then scoop back up to feel some more of this price action here because overall we just straight bearish. We do have some smaller, lower time frame pullbacks, but it didn't break any structure looking left until we got right here. We reached into a level looking left, potentially that caused price action to go to the top side. What are you doing? I'm trying to make a video, buddy. Please take that out of here. Huh? No, you cannot make. Thank you, sir. You can be in here, but don't be in here with that belt. All right. But like I was saying, price action touched into some level looking left from down here, and then started to break structures looking left. And this is on the 4 hour chart. So you broke a structure here, you broke a structure here, meaning lower lows, lower highs, and then now we're right up in here and we're reacting from that level. Ultimately, market price action is like it is kind of tricky right now um just because of the structure for the most part. Yeah. From the weekend analysis, we were looking at this level down here at 64,108. Price action smacked right into it, and I was not in those shorts to get to that level. But coming from the weekend analysis, we were lagging. Oh my gosh. Coming from the weekend analysis, we were right up in here in this zone, right up in here, between 65,826 and 65,163. We wanted to see what price action was going to do in between these two red boxes here to see how price action was going to react and potentially give us more of an idea of what it wanted to do at the start of the week. What happened was price action opened up. Let me open this up a little bit more so we can see what's going on. Price action opened up and started reacting bullish and immediately broke through this little 15-minute support. So when you look at it on the 15-minute, I did take buys from right over here, and I can tell you why. All right, so as we opened up, as we opened up right over here, on the weekly open, this is on Sunday, price action came and touched into that 15-minute resistance that we identified from price action looking left. We pushed up, came back, looked like we retested that low. And once we started back printing bullish on the 5-minute one end, I was in there active, and yeah, stops were right up over there, and we got cooked. Had I waited, let price action breathe a little bit more, waited to the London session. I don't trade in London, so I would have missed these shorts, but potentially overall, yeah, we would have saw price action break through this 15-minute support. At that point, I would no longer been still trying to take these scalp buys back up into levels of where we came from, and I would have saw that price action potentially was going to go bearish. So these levels, they held up for a short while, and then price action broke through, came back to retest, and then we just leaked to the downside. From the weekend analysis, we were calling out price action to come back down to 64,108. We came back down to it exactly, or 64,130, the top of that zone. We reacted from that level and then continued bearish. Once we came down here, this is where we are still continuing to make lower lows, lower highs until we got to this point right up here. We had a high, low, lower high, lower low. Came back to retest the previous lower high on the 15-minute, and then it reacted bearishly, came back to retest demand, and then we shot up and we broke structure on the 15-minute chart here. So what we got tonight, the price action did break above structure on the 1 hour chart. So we're looking to see how we get below this 15-minute level right over here. And if we do, that's why I had the fibs on prior to, taking it from the low to the high. Because if you watched any of my previous videos before, when we identify price action breaking structure on the hourly, then potentially there's a chance of price action to retrace deeper within the 4 hourly range. What do I think it's going to retrace to? Well, if you take the range from the top to the bottom of these two black zones right here, then 50% is like right up in here somewhere. Hold on 1 second. What are you doing? I'm trying to make a video. You cannot be in here turning on the light and doing all that extra stuff when I'm making a video. You know that. What are you doing? Please don't make me stop this video again. Alright, so let's just draw it out so you can see what it looks like. But for tonight, if we break through this 15-minute support, we're looking to see if we come back down into structure most recently broken or back into this 50% range. We would like it if it comes even deeper into the 70, 786. That will give us more confidence that if price action holds up right down in here, then potentially we have a good chance of potentially going back bullish. But overall, from this high to this low, way down here, that 50% is right up in here. At this 1 hour resistance we got identified right up here, which would then, potentially in line with potential take profits right around 65,839. And if it pushes higher, we're looking at 66,388. Now, I don't think we're about to get all that tonight, but potentially, if price action sets up the way we want it before, it gets too late, then we could potentially either see these scalp shorts or just watch the shorts as they go by, or, if we hold up from this 15-minute level here, then potentially we could be taking some scalp buys from right here back up into 65,839, 65,839. So that's what we're looking for on AU. I'm actually going to add an alert right here since we're so close within this level. If price action breaks below, I don't know how much I trust in the short, since how we shifted the structure on the 1 hour chart to the top side. And then let me see. Came back down. Yeah, so I want to see what price action does. If it breaks below, we got about 6 minutes before the 8 o'clock candle opens, so we'll run around to some of these other pairs real quick. Looking over at GJ, I had a good feeling GJ was going to hold up at this demand zone right down here, but it didn't. I got outlined in the purple. For the weekend analysis, price action was bearish. We were looking to see a level where price action potentially creates a support to potentially pull back, give us that retracement, and then potentially continue to short the market off. But we didn't really, so far, that setup ain't come through. We came and we leaked. Let me go ahead and delete this. We opened, price action opened right over here, week open, and we just leaked to the downside. Now, as we can see here, price action has closed above this little lower high that pushes into the lows. But ultimately, this would necessarily be the level I'm looking for price action to potentially respect if we're going to continue to go bear. So, this one on DJ, looking for a slight retracement to continue to take the market higher. This imbalance is definitely invalid. Price action broke right below through there and got active to the downside. What we can see is a 1 hour resistance right up at her, and we are currently failing to break that high. So if we can get some type of pullback and then retrace that high one more again, potentially could have shorts from right up her. Yes, sir. What's up?
When are you done with the video?
Probably in a couple more minutes. I ain't gonna be on too long tonight because it ain't looking pretty.
Why not?
Let's move over to GU just because the structure and the price action is really funky this week. Levels are ugly. Coming from the weekend analysis on GU, we're looking to break out of that range. We actually broke and retested. So if you watch the weekend analysis and you saw the thought process we put out, or I put out, we're looking to see where price action breaks above this 15-minute level, which really, wasn't really strong. Since how you got this next level right above, and you got the 1 hour resistance right up here. But we're looking to see how price action reacted within this 15-minute, these 15-minute zones coming from the weekend. When we broke below, came back and retested. Now, if you were watching and you saw and you followed GJ like that, or GU like that, then you would have some mean ass shorts from the week ago. I didn't take them shorts, like I said, because I was waiting for a pullback. But if you follow your boy like that and you watch these videos I be putting out, price action and scooted 444 pips on a bit. You know what I'm saying? 444 of them things on a bit. But outside of that, this is the low that price action created. From there, we came up and created a high within the market, closing above structure that sent us down there, and then we started to do a little retracement type deal. And now we have pulled back up to this 1 hour resistance. We didn't necessarily close above. So yeah, it's up in the L right now. We're breaking structures to the downside. We're breaking structures to the upside. So ultimately, the only play I could potentially call it tonight is look for a retracement to continue to take the market higher, since we are currently bullish on the lower time frames. 15-minute. Still making higher highs and higher lows. This is the last little support area on the 15 minutes. So potentially the price action will break below there, or even if it does come down and grab some liquidity, we want to see some type of impulsive move to the highs to potentially let us know that it's time to get active on GU. Mostly all these charts look the same. Ain't too much difference in a lot of them. 15-minute level yet again. If we saw price action break below, come back and retest, and potentially we could have had these shorts at the beginning of the week. Price action now has closed above the last lower high on the hourly chart that pushes into the low. So potentially, like I said, the other charts are waiting on a retracement back to probably about 50% of this little range right here, from this low to this high, and then see if we can continue to catch buys to the top side. UJ ain't done too much of nothing. UJ still in that range. For the weekend analysis, we were looking to see not necessarily the 15-minute lows, but we were mostly waiting to see how the 1 hour levels react, simply because we've been chopping in this little range for about 3-4 weeks now. Price action did push above and grab liquidity. I can't say that we pushed into a supply level up here, because when you look left, these right here are all-time highs for UJ. We did come back and break through that little 15-minute support, but ultimately we didn't break the 1 hour support that pushed us into the highs. We did come back to fill an imbalance. So if you was watching last week's price action or last week's weekend analysis video, we had potential setup and trade from there. If you got in, I did not get in because I don't watch UJ like that, because, like I said, it's stuck in that range, but we were looking at 411 of them things. So, I might not catch all the trades, but I put the sauce out there for everybody to catch. If you watch the video, then you can get active too. Get active. But overall, for the night, we are looking at this high right over here to see if price action breaks above and then stay above, continue to go higher. But if it don't, and with this impulse move to the downside and this corrective choppy ass price action, if I don't see an engulfing or impulsive move to the top side, I won't have much faith in the buys, even though price action is ultimately bullish on the higher time frames. Yeah, I need to see some more evidence to let me know what the hell I'm looking for, where price action is going. One thing I do see that stands out greatly is came up here, grabbed liquidity, pushed to the downside. Didn't really break any major structures. We did on the 15, but we corrected back here. We were making higher highs and higher lows. This price action here broke below this last recent demand on the lower time frames, and now we're pulling back to that area. So if price action don't break these highs, running around about 144,800, between 144,800, 144,500, and we start to stall out somewhere up in that zone, you could get active back to the downside. I would pip and dip it, but you could get active back to the downside. Looking over that gold, gold broke below. I'm trying to see what we had. We had some shorts on gold. We had caught out. Nowhere really. All right, it's not on here anymore. But overall, price action is big bearish, making lower lows and lower highs. Based off the hour chart, our elite chart, this is the last lower high area. Okay, you can mark it that whole way. But overall, lower time frames, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is the last area for the weekend analysis. It was a 15-minute area that price action broke structure looking left. And now we have kind of went counter trend bullish, breaking the structures on the hourly chart looking left. So ultimately, kind of like everything else, we're looking for a retracement to potentially push price higher. Now, the thing to take note of, price action is bearish if we do catch the retracement and then take buys. If price action now does not break this high right over here, where we see this big move here, we retrace and then we take buys from down here. If we push back up and don't break this high, you better get your ass out of the trade, because price is showing you and telling you, hey, we did previously break above structure. We did previously create a new high within the market, but now we done went down. We tried to grab some gas. We tried to push back above, but it ain't there. It ain't happening. We ain't going bullish no more. Get your ass out of trade, secure some profits, trail the stocks, do something. Don't just be full risk on and get your head bust. But overall, what I'm looking for is retracements on most of all these pairs, S&P, we had a paper trade that got cooked, and one of the things or the lessons you can learn, I did not take this S&P trade simply because of how strongly price action was coming into the zone. So, excuse me. By the time I came back to this chart, looking to see how this setup was playing, I caught it. This, let me see, replay. The price was like this. All right. So when I came back to check out the paper trade, price action looked just like this, and I was like, oh no. I would have been willing to take this trade right here had we come down correctively, but this is impulsively. You stand in front of a big ass train right here on the train track and hoping it's gonna be able to stop when it's only 30 seconds away from your ass. Full speed, nah, not gonna happen. So did not take this trade. And then as you play it out, one of the things I spoke about on the other video was looking at this. We were watching it from the live analysis. If price action does not get back above entry and continue to make higher highs and higher lows, yeah, this is going to continue to remain a paper trade. And what you can see is price action did finally eventually break above and then, pushed up, came back, and then gave you another high. Oh, wait, maybe that was the only high. Okay, yeah. So I thought there was another high. But what we can see is from this entry, price action pushed up and came back. Once you see high, low, higher high, if price action doesn't respect that area where that new higher low is, as you can see right here, price action completely just closed below, came back and retested something right up in here, and then just kept going bearish. This right here is price action come back down to the entry or the demand level. Should have gave you your inclination to say, okay, we came back, retested demand, and we pushed up, didn't break the previous high. Yeah, it's looking bad. You can even see just reading the candles. You got big bullish, bearish, somewhat bullish, and then look like exhausted bullish. At this point within this trade, that would have been your sign, signal, everything to get out of the damn trade, because it's probably not gonna hold up. The same thing I was saying about, what was it, gold? If price action come down and give us that entry, and then we start to push back up and can't break that high, then yeah, look for the signs within the market that's telling you, hey, this shit might not work out. You better get out the trade, because otherwise you're gonna get smacked. And had I been in this trade and let it go, TPs definitely got smacked. Not TPs, but right over her. And then yeah, so I'd have been getting smacked for no reason. Not a terribly big stop loss when you look at the overall risk to reward, but you still, price action gave you a chance to get out the market before it done its thing to the downside. Clicking over to Bitcoin, man, I don't know what to say about Bitcoin, bro. Whoever operating and controlling this shit is just laughing. This is like they just laughing. We're gonna fake them to the downside. We're gonna push them back up. We're gonna fake them to the downside. We're gonna break structure. Come right back down. Gotcha, bitch. And it's like, what the flip flop, Bitcoin? What you doing, bro? What you doing, bro? I had a couple trades right back in over here. Had some shorts over here. Shorts from right here. Had some. I didn't get the second. I stayed in the shorts over here. Ultimately came down to where I was targeting, but yeah, I closed a lot of them shits. I had to stop at break even. Kind of got tapped out on one of them, and the other ones I just closed in profit because I didn't see. Ultimately, I was targeting this little right down here. I did have a TP1 right up in this area here. All these trades did get called out that I was speaking of in the group chat. Right over here. Let me see if I can find that Bitcoin. Yeah, these are the positions I was in. Right up in here. That first leakage, price action came back down to this little retrace all the way back up. As you can see from this price action right here, came down, retraced all the way back up. Two of the positions I closed out as it started to climb back up. And I was like, we didn't even break this low, and we already retracing. I don't like it, so I got out. And then yeah, it was just what it was. Trailing stops on the other one. So I don't know what we're gonna do with Bitcoin. It's just yeah. So kicking back over to AU though, I can see that alert ain't go off, so I know we didn't break that level. So the 15-minute level. Now we just it's already 8 o'clock. Okay, let's see what we can do. I don't see no big bullish impulse to the top side. I don't see a big bearish impulse to the downside. So it's just a waiting game at this point, which is kind of why I was, hesitating or wondering if I should go live tonight because we might not catch nothing. Overall, I don't like this. I'm working off a new web browser, and the way this shit look is kind of throwing me off just a little bit. But I still, can read the charts and see what's going on. These ranges are freaking huge. So what I'm gonna do is I actually want to delete all of these markers on AU. I'm gonna leave that alert, and we're gonna start from the top side, from the weekly, and just see what the flip flop is going on. Ooh, look at there, look at there, look at there. So definitely we see that we see the retracement on the hourly breaking structure. Now we come into the weekly chart, we can kind of see why. Price action pushing into this little, call it a lower time frame demand. Um, um, some people sell to buy, some people support. Support, I would identify it as a support level. Um, because ultimately I would like to see the demand from the downside. So it's mid range, I guess you can call it. Demand zone right here will be more effective on the lower time frames for me. But ultimately, from the weekly, what I would do is identify this support level here as potential targets, which has already been smacked. So as price action retraces potentially back up into structure most recently broken, or some imbalance field, or something right back up in here. Then as we start to come back down, I already know we already smacked this target, so the next target will be right now here for me. Just basing it off of structure, not really basing it off of anything else. Um, Identifying structure this way works for me. I couldn't tell you if it works for anybody else. But yeah, let me see what I'm doing. Coast level. Yep. I'm gonna zoom in and accuratize this level here. I don't think accuratize is a word, but in the moment it worked for me. So let's see what we got. Let's zoom on up. Maybe do this level here as well. And then so I know that identify a structure like this works for me simply because back tested, forward tested, rewind tested, and all kind of tests. But also, you don't gotta take my word for it. You identify this level, and then you just scroll to where price action is now, and then you just look and see how the hell did price action react. Okay, we wick below, grab some liquidity. Now we reject it. So when you hop down to the daily and you look at that level, you see price action big bearish into it, reject it, grab liquidity, and start back pushing bullish. Now on the daily, we'll go back to the weekly. Let's identify something else first. So the previous lower high from the daily time frame will be right up here that we want to identify. That pushes into the lows. Breaking structure looking left. I know I'm on a weekly chart identifying a daily level, but as we go down to the smaller time frames, you will see why. If you watch the videos, you should already know why. Daily's on there. All right, so coming to the daily. As we can see, this lower high that broke structure looking left created a new low. So if and when price action closes above this level, then we ultimately definitely should be bullish at that point. Just based off of structure. Now, if price action only come and grab liquidity from above that level, then you're gonna have to make a decision. But ultimately, if we start closing and continuing, then yeah, we will be back bullish at that point. For me, anyways. And then my 4 hour level that I would like to identify the last little high of importance would be right here for me. Price action came down to this level, not yet breaking structure. We pulled back one more again and then leaked. So overall, just identifying the structure, 4 hour level would be here for me. And then what we're gonna do is identify it as such. And then we're gonna zoom in and make it accuratize. Quantitize me, Captain. Accuratize me, Captain. I got you. I got you, baby. And then what I would like to also do at this point is potentially identify some stop buys from that level. Because potentially if we got way back up here and we closing above, then we definitely coming all the way back to retest this supply that pushed us into the lows. So we finally got that high. We got the high. We finally got that low. So we can identify the low as well for our resistance. It doesn't look like much on the 4 hour. So potentially we need to see price action continue to go bullish and continue to break structure for this level to definitely be valid. But as of right now, looking at it from the hourly time frame and down, this support is definitely there. This also on the daily. Okay, so yeah, we're on a 4 hour. Yeah. What's happening? Actually, YouTube. Okay, we crossed that. Oh, this is a hidden. Changes actually show notifications. Okay, let's hit allow on that, and then okay here. Come on, look. Oh, it went away. I was saying, what the hell did I look at? Yeah, so right here with the support. These. So we got a 4 hour support left, right there. We got the target we had previously got smacked up. So then as we continue just to follow the structure, lower lows and lower highs. At this point, price action is coming down. We haven't broken the structure yet. So all this for me would be one move coming from the hour or from the 4 hour chart. This would be a high. This would be a low, simply because we have now broken the structure looking left. So the next structural point on the hourly chart that's important for me will be here, because this is the price action that caused us to break lows looking left. So I would simply identify as such 1 hour resistance. And if you're watching this video, all these support and resistance zones, you don't have to do them. Give me a couple more minutes, bro. We're gonna be there. What we trying to watch tonight? Paw Patrol again? We watching Paw Patrol since like 5 o'clock, bro. We can't watch nothing else. Oh man. But yeah. So 4 hour range from the high to the low. We got the 1 hour resistance that started to push us into the lows even more. So when we bump down to that hourly, you see the price action even cleaner. And that's why I like to identify these levels as such. So as we have pushed down here, there is no price action that started to pull back and retrace to break structure looking left. So that's why we don't have this 1 hour resistance or 1 hour support just yet. It will ultimately be right down here in the same spot as 4 hour support is. So I don't really necessarily have to identify that, just because I know in the back of my mind before, hey, we haven't, this is the point to where we started to shift structure. So that 1 hour resistance is right down there. This over some range. Alright, so still waiting for this little small retracement to take place. We broke structure to the left. And then once I get down to the smaller time frames, we'll start to play how to find the liquidity and see where price action could pull back to. But ultimately right now we are bearish. Higher time frames are bearish. And I do think that we could come back down a good bit. This is like 50 something pips from where price action currently is now, if it continues to leak. But yeah. Let's see on 15-minute. Where we at? Potentially, we had this level identified before, but potentially this could be our last higher low that pushed us into the highs. Because at this point, we look like we are accumulating or distributing whichever one happens at the top. I gotta go back and read up on that some more. I can't remember. I think it's accumulation from the top, distribution from the bottom, something like that. But on the 15-minute chart, what we're gonna do is identify this level here. And then we'll know for certain that if price action closes below that level, then we definitely come back to hit that 50. Why am I not in shorts right now? Because I feel like this move right here ultimately is a fake out, pump fake to the downside, entice some sellers. We're already bearish, so I do believe we will continue to go bullish, at least back up into this 1 hour resistance. Now, if that don't happen, if we don't continue bullish and we just continue bearish, then it is what it is. That next target is like way down there somewhere. We're gonna put a price point on it for all the people in the back. So just like we had this level up here identified, we're gonna identify right now here. So 59.949. So we continue to leak, then catch you a little high into this level, and then take some profit right down there. But right now we're trying to see how we can get active, how we can get busy for tonight. Go back to that hourly for a second. And just line up the ranges. Yep. Yep. Now, with previous price action and setups, I did create a little strategy as far as getting in. When the New York session creases low like this and then skyrockets and creases high, you usually come back to the 382 or to the 50% before it resumes back bullish. That 382 lines up exactly where our 15-minute level is, so potentially we could be waiting on that. We could be waiting to see if it pulls back deeper to the 50 before it skyrockets, but ultimately, we just gonna have to play price action how it is. It has been kind of choppy, kind of funky all week. Yeah, so we're gonna wait and see. I don't like the way this 4-hour support is identified though. I'm gonna have to take it from the bottom. Otherwise, that shit's gonna annoy me. Have me feeling some type of way. Damn, we got the hotline tonight.
Who texts you?
I don't know. Somebody I looked in
Who texts you?
your mom.
What's he text for? Well, my mommy sent a text. Me as a bag. Can I see your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Can I watch your phone?
Hold on.
What did you text for?
That's your mama talking to your sisters and your brother. Where's my top, bro? Before you knock this over. That's alright. Don't worry about it. But yeah. Let me see.
Can I send you up?
Hmm?
Can I send you up?
Yeah, but you gotta be quiet.
Okay. Come on.
Ooh, buddy, please turn that down. Alright. So yeah, it's pretty much a waiting game. Like I said, I ain't confident in these shots. So, but we're not trying to get active on them. We're pretty much gonna be sitting back and waiting to see how price action comes back into this level. Now we can play final liquidity. What we can see is price action is bearish, making lower lows and lower highs all the way up until this point. At this point, we push back and try to retest supply. The lower time frames came back, did not create a new lower low. So for me, let's see. This structure, so potentially we could see price action come back into here and then scoop back to the top side. So we're looking for a weak entry from here. Another reason, what are you doing, bro? What are you trying to do?
Watching TikTok.
What are you watching? I don't have TikTok. There's no damn TikTok.
The one is that.
I don't know, but you need to watch the video you're supposed to be watching. This right here. You ain't supposed to be on TikTok. You ain't old enough for TikTok yet. Hold on, you're in the wrong account. That's probably why.
I send you up.
Yeah, what you trying to watch?
The picture thing where you just point.
This right here?
No, the other one.
Which one?
The other one.
Which one, bro?
You just put it on.
I didn't just put nothing on. You was watching freaking videos. You're not old enough to be watching those videos. It was not a cartoon on the screen, bro.
Hey, give me that.
Hold on. Okay, here you go. Don't be watching stuff you ain't supposed to be watching.
Hey.
Okay, so we just gonna put this here as a little.
Hey, it's really like videos.
Okay, I just said that's the one you wanted to watch, and you said no.
Now, how can you put me in the one?
Okay. Alright. There you go. Ain't nobody here to see you, Otis. Mind your business. Let's see. So, yeah, we was looking for his 5 minutes.
Wait,
No.
wait.
Hey, listen. That's not what we're doing. You said you wanted to watch the video. Now watch the video. You can't be busting up in the mic. Okay? You can't be busting up in the mic. Alright, so this little level we identified right here on the lower time frames. It's gonna be our lower time frame demand. So if we can get corrective price action back into this level, potentially we could go higher. Then if we start closing below that level, then definitely looking for price action to continue down to that level we had identified 59 something. But overall what I see is price action making higher highs, higher lows. Right here we failed to create a new high, came back, retested demand, then we finally rolled over. So yeah, this is what we could be looking. I don't know what we're looking. We just waiting at this point. There's a lot of potentials. But yeah, based off of structure, based off of liquidity, based off of identifying certain things in the market. Yeah. So for the top part of this 15-minute, range, right up in her. So if we get scared off from taking the retracement trade back into this little blue line here, then potentially we can just wait for price action to break this the top of this 15-minute zone and put a little price point for everybody in the bet. And we got the low side somewhere up in there. So essentially, especially if we don't catch it during the Asian, then the London could potentially set us up for retracement buys all the way back to this 1 hour resistance. That's a nice little ways away. Let's see. 193 of them things. I don't think there's any news coming up to even try to give us a 50% up here to the bottom. It's starting to get a little dicey now. Now you gotta look at all type of scenarios and possibilities. Okay, so right back in the 50% of that low, you right there. Yeah, this is funky. We could see price actually just pull back to this 50%. Then we could come back all the way back up here to the 70. And then there's a lot of possibilities. So my advice would be just to follow the price action, see what price is doing. Currently, price action is bullish. We have broken structure to the left. So at this point, we are risk on because we take counter trend, higher time frame counter trend trades to the top side. But if we can, be at the charts at the right time, see the correct price action at the right time. Right now it's 8:25. We still have not seen that impulsive anything that the market usually does at 8 o'clock. Right now we're just shopping to the downside bearish. So yeah, we're potentially waiting for 9:30. And if that's the case, then we just listen to each other breathe. At this point it's 8:25. I don't like this as the Asian high. I don't like this as the Asian low. So we don't identify those just yet. We can see London really only provided a pullback for a retracement to the New York session, then kept going. There's really too much more to identify on this chart, without getting confused. Without confusing anybody. Yeah, so at this point, just waiting, waiting. Imbalance right up her price action to the field, and then get back to the top side.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. Bop. What we got? Bop. 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 Yeah. So at this point, we're just sitting, waiting, looking and watching. Like I said, it has been a rough week for me, at least, trying to get active. I have not taken a lot of trades, probably just one position per night. I ended up taking, I think, a position in the New York session this morning. I was trying to short from right here. Price action was bearish. We hadn't broken above much structure just yet, and I got cooked. Yeah. So I'm going on to that 1 minute. What we're looking at is we at the New York session right up in her. What I saw was coming from London. We did impulse bullishly, but we didn't necessarily break any, any structures that mattered from the higher time frame. So I just considered this here a pullback, and then during the New York session, as price action tapped into this low right up here. Let me see what I have. I think something right up in here. But we came up in that level, and then we relax. We kind of gave, so from right here, I had an entry from like right here. We did give some of a bearish reaction. I think it went like 10 pips in profit and immediately turned around. Once I saw it come back down right here, I should have got out at break even, but I continue to remain stops above this London high, and yeah, we just got cooked. So, like I was saying about gold, like I was saying about S&P, price action gave me several times to get out of the trade. As you can see, like I said, I had entry from shorts. I had entry from right here, stops right above, and then we were targeting. I had a level down here somewhere identified. But yeah, we got smacked for 18 pips right over. I did call it out in the group. Yep. So that was entry right there. Nasty weak entry. We pushed down for like 10 pips. I was trading off the fall. That's why I looked like this. Came back, stops the smack. So, like I said, I did see price action, start to leak a little bit, 10 pips. I saw it break above that high. That should be my first um that should be my first clue that price action wasn't gonna go where I thought it was gonna go, simply because if this is the level that we push down, retrace, and then it's gonna leak, we should have never broke this high. So I did, was just giving it chance after chance after chance, but overall we continued to pull back to entry or a little bit below. And we never did break this low right here. We came back, reacting, gave a new high. I don't think I saw this one because I definitely probably would have been looking to get out. As soon as we pushed back in profit, but by the time I came back, stops were smacked. And then, I didn't look back at the charts for the rest of the day because we were ultimately bullish, and I didn't know where we were going to turn around from. So I don't like taking trades when I don't have a clear area of where I think price action is going. I could have used it as a pip and dip type deal, but now tonight we back in this range, pretty much a no trade range. Let's see how wide this range is. Man, good 50 of them things. Good 50 of them things. Let's see. Can we see anything? There's some equal lows right over here. We just pushed it out. We did come back and react, but not enough. So I do think we're going to continue to trickle down bearishly. And from here back down to this level is at least 20 of them things. So a couple scalp possibilities here and there, but ain't nothing really looking too solid. I don't know. I haven't taken a trade off this account all week. Oh, this is my trade challenge. So far, I only made $32 on this freaking account. But, you know, if the setups ain't there, I'd rather not take them. I did take a big loss earlier, so I have made more than $32. I just had to get up out of that hole. But ultimately, if you kick over to my FX book and look up your boy Professor Pippage, you'll see the trades, the amount of Pippages I done caught off this one account, and so on and so forth. This is for a trade challenge. I know I'm probably getting cooked right now on $32 profit, but it is what it is. If the trade ain't there, setup ain't there, then you just look and lose money. Let's see what we're gonna do.
Daddy,
Yes, sir.
that's your hair white black.
Yeah, that's your boy over there.
Yes, that's hair black without the headphones.
What?
Is that the black things with the no headphones?
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Oh, that's so bright.
That's so bright. Push it, click.
Push it, click.
Pop up on up and watch me.
Push it, click.
Yeah, this is the struggle boat, man. I guess that's our impulse from 8 o'clock. Not a lot of movement at all. On the higher time frames, on the minute chart, you got about 8 pips. Not enough. Not enough for anything to base a trade off for right now, at least for me, anyways. I would love to see what somebody else, how they identify an AU right now. I don't know who else. I don't know anybody else that trades AU. But, we're doing balance over here. Hey, bro, you making a lot of noise over there.
Whose noise?
Huh?
Who's making that noise?
You.
Oh, Mom, maybe I'm scratching my back.
Come on, man. With the leg and then Okay, I can see that. That's the other bar. I need to see price action roll over. I need to see price action roll over bullets before we try to take this scalp buy. Looking at price action, getting these equal lows right here, grabbing that liquidity. Going right below this little level here, but as you can see, it's actually leaking. I'm trying to leak anyways. I was gonna say once we broke this low, then we could take a scalp short, but we got trouble right here at 7 pips, and you got more trouble down here at 21 pips. So it definitely had to be a pip and dip situation. Right here, we ain't got no confirmations. So looking at below this low. Let's see what the higher time frame is hitting for. Okay. Slowly coming back into it. But yeah.
Wait, is it supposed to be like that?
No, you broke it. And you rubbed all the paint off. How you break my necklace, bro? What you got going?
I think you need to buy a new one.
I don't need to buy a new one. You just broke that one. You need to buy a new one. Dig in your piggy bank and go buy me a necklace.
I don't know how to do that.
What you mean you don't know how to do it? I'm gonna get you a hammer You get your piggy bank and you go wham a jam on it. And then you give me the coins up out of there since you broke my niggas. Then we're gonna go to the store and we're gonna buy me a new niggas. And whatever change you got, you can buy you some glue, put your piggy bank back together, and then start you a new piggy bank.
That sounds boring. But this thing is practical. What is it?
That sounds boring. What you mean it sounds boring? You broke my necklace, you should buy me a new one.
But it sounds boring.
All right, baby.
Yeah, wait.
Grayson. Hey man, don't be up here touching stuff. Don't be up here touching stuff, bro.
It's another baby.
Nah, I ain't trying to have none of that.
It's another thing.
Yeah, press action ain't doing too much. I think I'm about to get up out of here, y'all.
No!
Bro. Stop. Stop. I'm trying to finish up. Relax.
Put the mic off?
No, don't put the mic on.
Yes,
Put you on.
No, put you on.
Put you on.
I'll put you on.
I can't come in and make a quick video for the people I do.
Open.
Grayson, do you want to get in trouble?
No.
Then don't do that. Let's see.
Put that quick.
That's right.
Pasta. I want to draw something.
No, we never draw nothing, bro. We don't have nothing to draw on. Leave that up there. We don't have any paper. Leave that up there, please. Thank you, sir. Yes, if I had paper, you would wrote up on all the paper, bro.
I'm not going to draw on the paper.
What you going to draw on then?
I'm going to draw on one paper.
We don't have one paper.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
You wrote it all up.
It's where we write down.
Bro,
What?
those are bills. You can't write on bills.
No one did.
No, because you didn't use all the other ones. Then you do that right there. Snatch all the sticky notes apart. I don't understand.
No, it's stick it back apart.
No, you snatched it apart.
No, it's going to stick back on. And I'm going to put it back on. It's going to put back on.
Choppy week, and a slow week, and then like this. All week.
I take it for you. I take it for you.
Potentially the London is going to be where we need to get active. But, yeah. Your brother won't beat her. None of my websites. Let me see. What is my website called? Forex Cycle. Alright, so check out that news feed. See if we got anything. Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing going on. Nothing. No big news to suggest in the direction. Photograph liquidity or do any of that. Oh, Friday we got SCPI? Core PCE pricing. I don't think I ever seen it with the PCE in the middle. Usually just core price index PCI. I don't know what PCE means. I have to check in that. Grace says, relax. Yeah, so we really got to see how we're going to get up out of this hurricane, though. So, all my people's been affected. Prayers go out. I hope you and yours stay safe. Yeah. Because, these hurricanes ain't nothing to play with. Get up on you. They get up on you. USD. So, we kind of seeing some USD strength across the board. For the most part. Breaking above structure on USD CHF.
Someone needs to buy a new one.
UJPY. Come on.
Come on, come on.
Now. Show me what I need to see, baby.
I want to see, baby.
Show me what I need to see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Well, you just don't want to tonight, huh?
I just want to make noise.
I see that. Once you go to the room with your brother and make noise. You can make all the noise you want on focus up. They trying to focus up in here tonight, baby. I can't get no focus, huh? Oh my gosh, it's like watching paint dry.
Are you done with your bill?
No. Really goofy, you know that?
I didn't something and I came to bed.
Hey bro, if you're gonna be all up in the mic, at least say something that people can understand. You just making noise.
It's time to come in there.
I don't know what language you're speaking about. For all the people out there in YouTube land, people on the stream, I think I'm about to slide. Cause bro ain't gonna let me do this in peace, and price action ain't gonna give me no peace. So, yeah, I know it's short. Circumstances, you know, it's the end of the month, so that could be why price action doing what it's doing. Or I could just be on the wrong trail. I need to reanalyze or just take a back seat and let price action do what it do. Or this imbalance could hit, that 15-minute level could hit, and we could scoot back to the top side. So, definitely sitting on my hands tonight because it ain't been a good week so far. So we definitely just gonna sit back and wait. By some of them last week's price action videos, we was getting active and getting busy. But that's all I got for this one. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. And I'm gonna slide up out of here because he's gonna make me beat something. I'm gonna holler at y'all. I'll see y'all next round.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace. Peace.